Georgie. Thank you, Amanda, for having me here this evening. I am the owner of Visage Skin Aesthetics. I'm a nurse practitioner, so I still work in the NHS, and I work for Virgin Health, and then I run a private clinic from home, so it's a skin rejuvenation clinic. I do lots of procedures, including Botox and fillers, and but what my passion is skin and good skin care. So I always say to people, before you start filling anything, just get your skin looking good, because if you do that, you're halfway there, and then you don't need all the other stuff. So I'm just going to talk to you tonight a bit about the following on from menopause, a bit about menopausal skin changes, what happens to it as we get older. It's slightly depressing, but all is not it's not that bad, really. So yeah, talk about the changes, talk about what you can do about it, and then finally just talk about, if you've got nothing else and you've got a night out coming, what you can do, quick fixes to look great on the night out, just to make your makeup look good. Forgot to say, I'm a mum of 5. I do all those different hats like Gail, Amanda's busy. I don't know where you got. I haven't got 5 kids. To write a book, I have no idea, absolutely no idea. So skin changes as we get older. So imagine babies and how lovely they look, and you know you want to get their cheeks, and they're just so, their skin is so smooth and bouncy and crystal clear, not a blemish on them, lovely eyelashes. That's because they're 50% water, and then as we get older, by the time we're in our 90s, if we get there, we're only 10% water. So great old Doris and your grannies and everyone not wanting to have a drink, you get dehydrated really easily. So skin hydration is really, really key with that. Things happen to your face. So babies, all their fat pads are all in one place. So as we get older, our fat pads just separate. So we start to get a little bit jowly. Gail talked about bone density. It happens in your face as well. So around your eyes, that starts to just sort of reabsorb a little bit. So you can start to look hollow in your eyes. Your nasolabial folds start to get a little bit heavy here. And then that's when people want fillers put in there, and it doesn't look good. It's just like sausages in those. It doesn't work really. You've got to start somewhere else, not there. Skin sensitivity, so the changes in your body temperature, the hot and the cold, you get skin irritation, you can get skin dryness, you can get adult acne, and what's that about? You had that as a teenager, why do you want it again when you're older? But you can get it. Rosacea, broken thread veins on your cheeks, and that's from overexposure to sun, heat, coffee, things that dilate the vessels in your skin, all sort of attribute to those. Alcohol, yes. So no sun. No exercise outside, joggers. Honestly, people that take up running late in life, their skin it just goes, and it's sad because you've got such good muscle tone, but then it just really shows in the face. But yeah, the weathering of the skin, suntans, alcohol. But do you want to actually give up alcohol? Do all the other things. No, not that.
Must have supplement, surely.
I don't drink.
Should we just give up and go home now?
So yeah, red veins, late onset acne, sweating, crepey skin. You start to grow facial hair. Why? You start to get hairy chins. But these start to go, and you've overplucked your eyebrows when you were younger because it was fashionable to have thin eyebrows. There are things that you can do about that. So it is a bit sad, but it is a bit of a slippery slope. There is help. So I just wanted to talk to you about things that you can do to help. So firstly, drink water, 1.5 to 2 litres of water a day. If you ever feel thirsty, it's too late, you're already dehydrated. That is the final sign of dehydration, the thirst mechanism. So you need to be drinking before you're even thirsty. So just have not a throwaway bottle, no plastic bottles, throw plastic bottles, but just have your bottle of drink and just drink away all day. Get to menopause, you age more rapidly because that formation of collagen and elastin just decreases and plummets. And what do
Stop,
we do?
I don't want to hear you.
Yeah. What do we do? We buy
It's all right, have a drink before you go.
the
Yeah.
previous moisturiser, really thick moisturiser. You lather it on because you think that's going to help, but actually it's the worst thing you can do because your skin doesn't know what to do with it. You've got a barrier function in your skin, and you need the cells to be regenerating, but you start putting heavy moisturisers, oil-rich moisturisers on it, and it just goes, no, I don't know what to do with that. So you actually want something to be renewing it all the time, and that's when your retinols come in. So you can buy lots of products from Boots and things that have got retinol in it, but they're okay, they're not strong enough to do the job. So retinols for skin wrinkles and brightening up the skin and pigmentation will always cause a little bit of a reaction when you start them, so you get sort of red flaky skin. But if you persevere, you get past that, you get the barrier function back, you get less irritation, less spots, brighter complexion, and then you just go on to a maintenance plan from there. So it's important to, if you're going to use a retinol, use something good, get some advice and stick with it, because it's very easy to say, oh no, my skin's all horrible, let's stop. Acne. So adult acne and rosacea, there are treatments. You can have prescribed drugs for them. There are other treatments. I'll go on what you can do about it in a minute. It gets better. There's something called a 7-day pillow challenge, and what they say is put 7 pillowcases on your pillow. That's the challenge, getting 7 pillowcases on. Take one off every day, a fresh pillowcase every day, and see what that does to your skin, because the bacteria that's in our pillows is just not good. And yeah, some people don't change theirs, but if you do that, you see a difference in your complexion and your skin tone and just the spots and things. If you're suffering from that, you're looking shocked.
Can't wait to try all this.
So I do see younger people that do have like teenage acne, and that's one of the things you say, and it's just, yeah, it's amazing what it does for them. So I think I've done that. So what can you do? Things to help. There are, well, I'm talking about non-injection treatments, so just topical treatments and treatments that you can have that make things better without inserting a needle anywhere. So one of the main things is IPL, and you might know that as intense pulse light as hair removal. So it does remove hair and it flashes at different wavelengths, but they found that certain wavelengths improve skin condition. So you can actually break up sun damage and pigmentation with it. You can coagulate thread veins with it. You can, people with a very red skin, you can treat the redness in their skin and really calm it down, especially the menopause when you're getting flushing and everything. It's very good for hands, the décolleté. It's also, it photorejuvenates because it heats up the fibres underneath, so then your collagen and elastin starts to pick up and reproduce again, and it's been proven to reverse the signs of ageing by 2 years. But with each treatment, well, up to a certain point, because you might have 20 treatments and expect to get 20 years younger, it's not gonna, it doesn't have that effect, but it gets your collagen production back to where it was a couple of years ago. And you can have one treatment, you can have a few treatments. I had a treatment last Friday. I had a spot coming, a big bulging spot coming here, and it was gone the next day. And I do get thread veins and things and flushing, but they seem to have calmed down. In fact, I want to show you a picture, because one of my friends very kindly said I could show this, because I've got a few to show you. So I'll pass that around. That's the top and the bottom. I've got a friend that's got a very ruddy complexion. She's got a very big sun washer there, and that's her before and immediately after. She's not wearing foundation in the second picture below. Her lips looks like she's got lipstick on, but it's just the gel that we used. But that's immediately after, and it just coagulates all of those veins, and then she'll see an improvement over the next 4 weeks. So you can really help with that, because lots of people get the broken veins around their nose. So that was one of them. So as well as the a lot of the injectable things have hyaluronic acid in them, which is naturally in our skin, and it's what gives it its hydration. So the IPL improves that as well. Lashes and eyebrows. So your eyebrows have got thin, your lashes are more sparse. There are things you can do without having eyelash extensions. So I've got some pictures to show you. I'll pass those around. So with your eyebrows, even if you haven't got a lot of eyebrow, you can still have a tint. It picks up on the downy hairs that's there, and it makes you look like you've got an eyebrow. If you're not happy to go down the microblading route or drawing them on, that really helps. And then your eyebrows shape your face. They're like a frame for your face. Your eyelashes, they're all different lengths. They go fair on the ends when you get a little bit older as well. So if you have an eyelash lift, it's not a perm. They used to do perms, but they curled them back on themselves. They lift them, set them there, put a tint on, and it looks like you've got mascara on afterwards. And you find lashes, you know, that you didn't think were there. So when I look at before and after pictures, I think, well, no, they've had extensions, but they haven't. It's just that you found the eyelashes with a bit of tint. And that's really good at opening up the eye for a night out.
Is that LDL or?
LVL.
LVL.
Yeah.
Oh.
Length, volume and lift.
Oh, okay.
And that is, yeah, that's one of the brands. There are other brands that some of them don't do a tint, they just do a lift. And, yeah, so that's the one I think Michelle Keegan, she sort of advertises that one.
Can you still use mascara on top of that?
Yes, and it's even better. So if you want to go without makeup, you can. It's great for holidays.
Lovely.
But if you want a more dramatic look, put your mascara on and you just get almost like a little false eyelash effect, but without the heaviness. Because I can't have eyelashes, I'm super allergic to the glue and everything. I also look like a pantomime cow if I've got false eyelashes on. They're not for me, but yeah. So that's another thing you can do. Where are we? So final things, your night out, your big night out. I want you just to, first of all, always cleanse your skin. There's different cleansers you can get. Some have got hyaluronic acid in them, some have got glycolic acid in them. The ones with glycolic acid in them, if you massage them into your skin, this is just your cleanser, leave it on for a minute, wash it off, your skin's very smooth. I'll pass these round. These are a glycolic skin wipe. Just use, take a half of one and just wipe it on your hands, and you'll see that they're like an exfoliator. Just wipe it on your face. You can use one a day. I usually cut them in half and just I make it last. But put it on your face. It takes off all the dead skin on the top, makes it nice and tight, really smooth, and your foundation just glides on. Just a few tips about makeup as well. Well, first, I've got to say this, it's in capitals. Perfume, don't spray it on your skin. Don't ever spray it on your skin because it stains and you get pigmentation and marks from it. So when you've used something like that, if you've got open pores, you can buy something called a pore refiner, and it's just like a very fine cement that goes into the pores, makes it nice and smooth. Tiny little wrinkles, it will smooth over them, and then just pop your foundation on top of that. Highlighter under your eyes. As we get older, we tend to get a little blue shadow on the outside of our eyes, so if you make sure you've got some very pale under eye concealer there, that just gives the eyes a more youthful look as well. So,
also here on the inside.
yes, in here you do get shadows, and also as you get older, people think they've got bags under their eyes or dark shadows, but actually sometimes if you pull the skin down you can see it's actually pigmentation there. Lots of people get pigmentation and think they've got dark shadows, and it's not.
But if you put concealer just here, it makes a huge difference. It opens
it
up the
does.
eyes.
Yeah. You draw it in a triangle under there, the concealer. Don't go too wild with it. I saw Carol Vorderman on, I don't know if she was doing an advert for like life insurance or something, and I thought she looked really, really odd. What's she done? And it took me a while to figure out, but she'd had highlighter on her cheeks, but it had gone so low it made her cheeks look really odd. And then they'd done. Do you know it was? I can't remember what it was. She was advertising. I kept looking at her thinking,
some sort of insurance.
what's she done? Yeah. So yeah, she looked a little bit odd. So don't go wild with that. Go on the ball of the cheek with a little bit of colour. And when you're older, if your face is sunken, it's okay if you've got a fuller face. Don't go for the big dark stripes. There's a lot of contouring going in with the young girls, and they're really good at it. But sometimes it's overdone with dark light, and you just see stripes.
It's okay for photos, but not for real
No,
life.
and it doesn't work on a more mature skin. Have a go at home, but yeah, see if you like it or not. Mascara. So if you're wearing mascara after you've if you do anything with your eyelashes, or if you don't, try and use a bristly brush. When you put it on, there's lots of mascara brushes now that are silicone and just got tiny little barbs, and then you don't get the effect with it. So when you put it on, get loads on with a bristly brush, go down first on the top and then wiggle it up. So, lips, down to the lips. Lip liner. So when we get older, we didn't tend to get lines. Even if we've not smoked, you can sometimes get what they call barcodes, and you get lipstick bleeding into those little lines. I have a lot of ladies that will have 1/2 ml, so if you think a teaspoon is 5 ml, 1/2 ml of filler just in the line of their lip to stop that happening. It just gives them a bit of definition. But if you don't do anything like that, because we're no needles at the moment, a lip liner, then your lipstick, talc over it, pat it, more lipstick, talc, pat, and then what you must do is always seal your makeup. There's a setting spray you can buy. I don't sell all these things, this is just the things I've learned from, I used to be a beauty therapist before I was a nurse, but if you set your makeup, it helps stop it running into the fine lines as well, so, and it stays there, and it helps with the lipstick and the eyeshadow staying on. You do have to scrub it off at the end of the day. And that, I think, is the most important thing, just scrubbing it off at the end of the day. Don't put your makeup on, doesn't matter how tired you are, just take it off, because your skin will be all sluggish. So, okay, I'm writing notes. So, yeah, I do lots of things, but feel free to ask me about anything. I think that was a lady with fuller lips, but yeah. But yeah, I've got some befores and after things for the high bag treatments and other bits and pieces. But yeah, that's what I do.
Oh, thank you.